This is part 2 of the Gavotta neoclassical features. So if we have a look at his ornament here, this trill at the end of the Gavotta, there's like an extra little couple of demi-semiquavers there added, and also a Baroque trill would start on the upper note by convention, so it would start on an F sharp, but he's written it out and he wants it to start on the lower note, which means it will sound slightly odd. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the first variation. This is variation 1. Again, it's exactly the same tune, but it's now in 6/8 and the structure is still binary form. It follows the same pattern exactly. In this variation there are some fabulous dissonances created here. So he's got this repeated chords. These are D chords in first inversion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 repeated chords in the same voicing, which you would never get in the Baroque period. These D chords do fit with the harmony here, da 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 da, but they don't fit there, da da da, because that is a G chord or a G triad. And again, it fits with these notes. These are D notes of the D chord. But that creates a sort of dissonance, and it also sounds odd, that sort of repeated brass sound there. Now the same thing happens here, because this is a harmonic sequence and a melodic sequence of this section. So everything's moved. This is now an E chord, and this is fits, but this doesn't. There's an A triad there. So again, you have that clash with the repeated harmony. And this use of static repeated chords is very un-Baroque. There's also a lovely clash between the F sharp and the G of the two oboes in bar 51. Okay, so second page of the first variation, you notice it says attacca at the end. That means move straight on to this move, to the second variation, don't wait. Attacca is a very common thing to do maybe in the Romantic period, possibly late classical, but certainly not in the Baroque. They would always finish a movement before they start the next one. Variation 2 is it's virtuosic because it's so fast. Now the bassoon 1 part in particular has got this left hand of the piano Alberti bass going on, da 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 da. But on the bassoon at that speed it's extremely difficult to play, so it's virtuosic writing for bassoon 1. Also in this variation you see his excessive use of ornament or strange ornamentation taken to the extreme. So we've got lots of quintuplets, and again, not again, but for the first time we have some cross rhythmic effects with these ornamentations. So you've got a quintuplet against semiquavers, there's a cross rhythm there. And on the last page, you've got here a quintuplet against semiquavers and an 11-uplet against 8 demi-semiquavers there, so there's another cross rhythmic effect. Also more dissonances, these are parallel fourths. Again, fourths, which were considered a dissonance in the Baroque period, they need to be prepared and resolved, and they're not. He also slightly messes with the structure. He brings the tune of the horn early here, half a bar early, and then the flute overlaps with the end of the horn tune, also coming in a bit early. Okay. The only thing I forgot to mention is in the Gavotta, this use of parallel movement here. all of that homorhythmic and parallel movement, which is very strange and doesn't sound Baroque at all. It's got a tonic pedal here. Extremely high writing for the horn, and a long tonic pedal which slightly undermines this cadence by preempting the tonic note.